Good morning everyone and welcome back to the vlog. I am in the car again and I'm on the way to the farm. This weekend, well it's not really a weekend, it's a weekday. This weekday isn't about my farm, it's actually our business planning session for some of my businesses and we just so happen to have it in the farm. In the meantime, it is bad weather, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to do a quick farm update, but for sure I'm going to update you guys on the floating farm and some of the tower farms. Coming this 2020, we're going to be expanding the tower farms and adding about 140 more towers, which means it's double the capacity of what we are now. So right now I'm about 40 minutes out and I'm probably going to be the first one there. The team is going to arrive around 10 a.m. which leads to the next 2 hours. So I'm just going to chill and have breakfast. I don't know if I can ride my bike, but I do miss the bike and maybe I should do a bike review. Not quite sure. It is my first bike. It is my first trail bike and it's so much fun. Absolutely fun. And excited to see Leia, of course. Another experiment I'm going to be doing this weekend is covering everything on the GoPro Max. So it's all going to be 360 video. I'm going to try not to use the other GoPro, but you never know. I did bring my drone as well in case we have a clear day where we can fly the drone and get some aerial and see what's happening with the calamansi farm. The aquaponic pond hasn't really been touched because I figured I needed to sort out the filtration system with the solid waste and the other waste, the organic waste. So I gotta sort out that real quick. I don't know if I'll have enough time. I might have some visitors also coming to check the farm, but it's gonna be a packed weekend. We have the worm team coming tomorrow as well. Hope that shot was awesome because it was hard to hold to stick up. Okay, almost there. These are our stingless bees. They're super tiny. This is our kangkong. That's all squash down there.
Yeah.
What's this?
That looks like a pine parsley.
Flat leaf parsley.
Oh yeah.
There's squash there. The squash.
Oh, okay, going chimichurri.
That's the chimichurri base.
The real chimichurri is flat parsley, and then you add a little oregano and a little cilantro or one soy. But this is mostly it.
This is like a cousin of the spinach. It's an amaranth.
Okay.
The bees love that also. That's why we planted. Our chili peppers are all gone. This is where we have the nutrient solution. It mixes here in the pots and then it sucks it up there and it distributes down to the line. This is okra. There's a baby bud. We sprout it in the trays and then we put it in the towers after the roots peep out. Lots of the crops on the tower are new because when the typhoon hit, a lot of them died because the water diluted our formula, so that now we're just having to replant everything, hoping another typhoon doesn't really strike us. This is the same. Purple basil. and
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
so it's literally a floating farm. Alright, doing a quick update with our floating farm. The floating farm concept works. It's just that the tub we put it in is starting to smell because there's no water circulation. So right now we are actually going to be destroying this? No, taking this apart and using this as compost because we have a mosquito development now. So as you can see, the water is super murky, but the kangkong and the pechay are growing on it already. Right there, it's all our kangkong. We have some, I think this is pechay. And then we planted some tomatoes also on it. Even the bamboo is growing again. So it's so funny that, you know, a pest can be turned into something productive, but I think we need to let the water hyacinth compost for about 2 months before we actually start planting on it. I have some sad news though. I just found out that Leia had managed to kill the baby goat that I was taking care of. It's so sad. Leia is so sneaky. She managed to get into the other side and get into the pen and grab the little goat. Although we do have some new cows. We've acquired some cows so that we can get the manure and help the workers like clean the grass out. So let's go find the new cows and update you guys also with the aquaponic pond that I have not been working on. Beautiful day today here at the farm. It's so cold, I love it. Leia! Leia, no! This is the problem when I have Leia with me. She's in prey drive mode and wants to kill everything, even our turkey over here. So we're actually want to make a bigger pen for these guys because we want them to be free roaming and also use their droppings. Here is the aquaponic pond. We've actually laid everything out and we were gonna start piping everything, but I put it on hold because I realized I needed to do a dissolved solids tank, which means we have to cut the rear just a little and add 2 chambers so that we can do the dissolved waste and the organic filter, biofilter. So right now, all the way there, this thing is ready to rock and roll. Just make sure I don't slip. So we will have the water feature up there, which basically will cascade water down into the first tank, and every level will cascade back here, which means the rear here I need to cut into 2 sections and add a biofiltration system, which would mean it would flow here, flow there, and then flow out straight back up the hill. Lots of work, as you can see, and I've been so busy with the other things that I've been doing that this has taken a little backseat, but now I see it and I know what to adjust. I know how to redesign it. As you can see, because of the rain, there's already some water flow. So that's how it works because of the slope the water flow will naturally come down, and Leia wants to go through the tunnel. Wow, Leia's such an animal. Beast mode. What's up, Beast? Alright, so moving on. Again, not much updates here. We're just gonna subdivide the rear so that we can get a biofiltration and an organic filtration. I really love this guy. It looks so pretty. So over here we have the expansion for the farm, adding 140 more towers going down the hill. Learning from what we've learned here, we're now building the dome roof first, and then we're going to level the ground, and after that we're going to start putting up the towers. So we're going to basically double our expansion here, hook up everything to the same drip system, and route it down the hill. It's going to be a great expansion, and hopefully in the next few months that we're going to have it running. Here are the new cows. Oh. Absolutely awesome. Never had cows before. One thing though with cows is they eat everything. They will literally eat grass, leaves, which is good because it helps the gardeners clean everything up. Hi, guy.
Lalaki po yung isa eh.
Sorry, you lost your sibling. Sorry, I do not have food for you. What is the quick farm update? So our calamansis haven't been growing. We're still waiting for them to take. And then we've acquired 3 new cows to help with the land tending, getting the manure. And then we're going to transfer the floating farm, so kill the current floating farm and move it into the actual lake. And then lastly, yeah, the expansion of the tower garden. Stingless bee frenzy. Oh, even a big bee. Yellow banded bee. Ano nag-imbita?
Nag-tour kayo eh.
No invite. Kare-kare?
Refill na kaagad.
Look what Kim is preparing. What's up, chef?
Hello.
What's for lunch?
Steak and lamb, potatoes and salad.
Boom.
Before we go home, and beer, lots of beer.
I want rice.
Rice is life. Okay.
See? You see the oil coming out?
Okay, we can ano na?
No, don't tip it over. Keep it rendering. Keep it rendering, yeah. Just keep it rendering. Yeah, just stack it up. Yeah. Tag team, tag team.
Chef and feeling chef. Chef, feeling chef. Pro, amateur.
You guys enjoying?
Yes, ma'am.
No more work. Sup, Cholo? Where are you going?
Going riding, yo.
You're so Cholo.
Cholo, yeah.
Yeah, your white stuff's gonna be dirty.
Exactly.
Gotta render the fat. Alright guys, it's the end of the trip. We're now packing up, headed back down to Manila. We'll be back next week, and I hope you guys enjoyed the vlog. And the favorite line, if you like the vlog, please share, subscribe, and comment down below. I'll see you guys again soon.